Hey, Drop Tech fans! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some thrilling updates on Samsung's highly anticipated Galaxy S25 Ultra. We've got a ton to unpack, from fresh specs and design insights to the latest on Samsung's One UI 7. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started on the Galaxy S25 series journey. First off, some mixed news hit the scene. Recent benchmark results for the S25 Ultra showed surprisingly low scores. 1,456 for single-core and 6,522 for multi-core. While that raised a few eyebrows, there's really no reason to worry. Higher scores have already appeared on other platforms, and there's a good chance these lower results are simply fake, especially since they showed only 8 GB of RAM when the minimum should be 12 GB. So, until we get the official numbers, it's safe to say this benchmark is questionable. Next up, let's address one of the hottest rumors around the S25 Ultra: the possible exclusion of Samsung's Exynos chip. Reports suggest that Samsung might skip the Exynos chip entirely in the S25 series, potentially opting for MediaTek's Dimensity 9400 for lower-end models to keep costs down. However, considering similar rumors circulated last year, we think it's unlikely. Samsung seems committed to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 for its flagship models, especially with recent production challenges facing the Exynos 2500. It's more likely that Exynos 2500 will power the Galaxy S25 FE model later on. In other news, we've got a sneak peek at what One UI 7 might look like on the S25 Ultra, thanks to a mock-up from Ice Universe. This mock-up shows Samsung taking some design cues from Apple, and One UI 7 is shaping up to be one of the most significant updates Samsung's released, with loads of new ad-driven features. For instance, the Gallery app is getting advanced search capabilities, making it easier than ever to find specific images. And with the rumored polished design language, One UI 7 is bound to be a game-changer. A dummy unit of the Galaxy S25 Ultra has surfaced, giving us our best idea yet of its design. Initially, I wasn't sure about the new look, but this model really shows how Samsung's taken the S25 Ultra to the next level. The device now sports more curved corners with flat edges, giving it a refined, modern feel. The Ultra measures in at 162.8mm by 77.6mm by 8.2mm, and it's actually a bit lighter than its predecessor, weighing about 232 grams. Now, onto display and camera specs. The S25 Ultra's screen is a huge 6.9-inch Dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with improved brightness and color accuracy, 120Hz refresh rate, and HDR10+ support. Plus, this display is now flat rather than curved. The camera setup on the Ultra is a quad array with wide, ultra-wide, telephoto, and periscope lenses. Samsung's keeping their signature 200 megapixels main sensor, but they're upgrading the ultra-wide camera to 50 megapixels, with rumors of a variable zoom lens that offers smoother transitions during video recording. For colors, while we don't have official word yet, we expect the classic black version along with some fresh new shades. Let's dive into the specs for the standard Galaxy S25 model. It's set to feature a 6.36-inch Dynamic AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10+ support, and a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels. Up front, we're looking at a 12-megapixel selfie camera, while the rear will have a triple camera setup covering wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lenses. Powering this model will be either the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 in the US or the Exynos 2500 in global markets, with RAM options of 8 GB and 12 GB and storage up to 512 GB. Battery capacity sits at 4,100 mAh with 45W fast charging, and it's all set to run on One UI 7 based on Android 15. Starting price? Around $800 with a launch date expected in January 2025. Now, for those who want something bigger, the Galaxy S25 Plus comes with a 6.7-inch Dynamic AMOLED display, 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10+ support, and a resolution of 1440 by 3120 pixels. It's essentially like the standard S25 but larger, with a few upgraded specs. For example, you're looking at 12 GB of RAM and a slightly bigger 4900 mAh battery. Pricing for the Plus model should start around $1,100, and it's also expected to hit the shelves in January 2025. And finally, the Galaxy S25 Ultra, the star of the lineup. Alongside its massive 6.9-inch display, the S25 Ultra will be powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 globally, with 12 GB of RAM and up to a whopping 1 TB of storage. The battery capacity is expected to be 5,000 mAh with 45W fast charging. Connectivity options include 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7, and ultra-wideband support. This top-tier model will likely start at around $1,300, making it a serious powerhouse for Samsung fans and tech enthusiasts alike. Overall, the Galaxy S25 lineup is shaping up to be one of Samsung's most refined releases yet, with top-notch performance, sleek new designs, and smart improvements in both hardware and software. If you're using an older Galaxy or thinking of switching to Samsung, the S25 series might just be the perfect fit. Features. There's a lot to uncover about this flagship. If you're as hyped as we are, hit that subscribe button for all the latest tech insights. Let's jump right in. So, let's start with a rumor that's been circulating online. Recently, a supposed image of the Galaxy S25 Ultra was shared across social media, claiming to be the first real glimpse of this flagship. However, after a quick analysis and some feedback from trusted sources, we can confidently say, it's fake. If you come across this image, take it with a grain of salt. The image actually looks more like a Galaxy Z Fold 6 that's been halved, with some similarities like the frame layout, antenna placement, and side buttons commonly found on the Fold. This rumored image only has 3 rear sensors, which matches the Fold series but doesn't line up with the Galaxy S series' usual design. So, unless Samsung is hiding an extremely rare prototype, we can confidently say this image isn't the real deal. One of the most talked about updates is the confirmation that Samsung has cancelled its Exynos 2500 chip. This means that, for the Galaxy S25 series, Samsung is going all in on Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chip across all regions. That's right, for the first time, the Galaxy S25 lineup won't just save the best performance for the Ultra model. Now even the base model gets the power of Snapdragon 8 Elite. And here's why this is such a game changer. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is not only 45% faster than its predecessor but also brings a 44% boost in power efficiency. That means you can expect smoother, faster performance and better battery life across the entire S25 lineup. Now, here's an interesting tidbit about the display. The Galaxy S25 will feature Samsung's M13 OLED panels rather than the latest M14 panels. You might wonder, what's the difference? Well, M14 panels are about 20% more efficient than M13. But why did Samsung go this route? Part of the reason could be due to the costs associated with the new Qualcomm chip, which is reportedly around 20% more expensive than the previous generation. Surprisingly, Samsung is even reserving its best M14 panels for Apple's iPhone 16 Pro series. So, while we may not get a display upgrade, it's clear Samsung is carefully balancing performance and cost. According to tipster Ice Universe, we now have some intel on the color options for the Galaxy S25 Ultra. It's expected to come in black, blue, green, and titanium. Samsung could release additional colors on their website later, but for now, these are the official shades. The green color is an exciting new addition, though it's still unknown if it'll be a lighter or darker shade. Either way, it's great to see Samsung mixing up its color palette and giving us fresh choices. Samsung's Ultra model is always packed with flagship specs, and the Galaxy S25 Ultra is no exception. Here are 5 reasons to be excited. Processor power. The Snapdragon 8 Elite processor brings a 45% boost in performance and a 40% increase in gaming efficiency, along with impressive AI capabilities. Display design. While the S24 Ultra had slim bezels and rounded corners, the S25 Ultra takes it further by introducing a flatter frame, making it slimmer, lighter, and more comfortable in hand. Camera advancements. Expect the same 200 megapixels main sensor, 10 megapixels telephoto, and 50 megapixels periscope lens, with the addition of a new 50 megapixels ultra-wide-angle lens for next-level photos and videos. Battery life. With a 5000 mAh battery and 45W fast charging, the S25 Ultra offers more efficient power use thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Elite's enhanced optimizations. One UI 7 This update will bring a refreshed design, new interactive settings, and AI-driven enhancements, especially in the camera app, for an even better user experience. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is a powerhouse chip developed with TSMC's 3nm process, featuring Samsung's 2nd-gen Orion CPU and enhanced GPU and MPU, marking a new era for Samsung's flagship performance. With Exynos's recent production challenges, Samsung has decided to put Exynos's development on hold, prioritizing stable production and performance with Qualcomm. While there were talks about using a MediaTek Dimensity 9400 chip, it looks like Samsung is sticking with the Snapdragon 8 Elite for the Galaxy S25 series. This could mean Samsung is going all in on Qualcomm for the foreseeable future. Design upgrade, courtesy of a new dummy model and leaked images. Let's break it all down. Recently, a Jellycase leak gave us a first look at the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. At first, we didn't know much about it, but thanks to sources like Sleek7 and Online Solitaire, we now have a clearer picture of the design. The dummy model reveals the exact dimensions: 162.82 by 77.65 by 8.25 mm. For comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra measures 162.5 by 79.0 by 8.6 mm and weighs 232 grams. According to Ice Universe, the new S25 Ultra could weigh 219 grams. It's slightly taller, narrower, thinner, and significantly lighter than the S24 Ultra. Great news for anyone who felt the S24 Ultra was a bit bulky. One of the most noticeable design upgrades is the thinner bezels, 30% slimmer, to be exact. The bezel size has been reduced from 3.35 mm to 2.3 mm, making the display feel even more immersive. The punch-hole selfie camera remains the same, and the top bezel still houses the earpiece, keeping the clean, sleek design Samsung is known for. On the back, there's a circular indentation for the wireless charging coil, and we've got the usual physical buttons on the sides, no new camera or action buttons this time around. Moving to the back, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is expected to have more rounded corners than its predecessor, moving away from the sharp, edgy design of the S24 Ultra. This is expected to make the phone more comfortable to hold, aligning it with the design of the upcoming iPhone 16. The camera setup looks familiar with 3 vertically aligned lenses on the left and 2 smaller lenses beside them. The dummy model also reveals cutouts for the laser autofocus, LED flash, and 3x telephoto camera. While the dummy models don't tell us much about performance, leaks have suggested that the S25 Ultra will be powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 processor, which could compete with the performance of the iPhone 16 Pro. Early reports show that this chip will bring a serious boost in processing power. However, there might be a price increase with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 due to the rising cost of Qualcomm's chips. This could directly impact the price of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. But that's not all. We're hearing that the S25 Ultra might ship with 12GB or 16GB of RAM, with Samsung producing thinner memory chips to enhance AI functionality. Another surprising leak suggests that the Galaxy S25 lineup will be powered exclusively by Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chips worldwide. Historically, Samsung has split its flagship models between Exynos and Snapdragon depending on the region, but it seems like they're focusing entirely on Snapdragon for the S25. This shift could mean better optimization for AI and performance across the entire lineup. Along with this powerful chip, rumors suggest the S25 Ultra could feature a larger battery and maybe even a new technology called battery AI, which could increase efficiency by 5 to 10%. S25 Ultra. Although the official reveal is still a few months away, leaks are giving us a close look at what Samsung might have in store for early 2025. Let's check out all the exciting upgrades and features we can expect with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Samsung appears to be evolving the design of the S25 Ultra. This time, they're departing from the Galaxy S24 Ultra's boxy shape and moving toward a sleeker aesthetic. According to credible sources, the S25 Ultra will feature a flatter frame with smoother, rounded corners, giving it a more modern look that aligns with Samsung's latest design trends. Both the front and back panels are expected to be perfectly flat, boosting its aesthetic appeal even further. And there's more. The camera rings are also getting a redesign inspired by the Galaxy Z Fold 6, with fine ridges around each lens, adding a unique texture to the Ultra's look. Plus, for those who love using the S Pen, you'll be glad to know it's sticking around, housed on the left side of the device. One big change expected is in the display. Rumors say the Galaxy S25 Ultra will boast a slightly larger 6.9-inch screen, a small jump from the S24 Ultra's 6.8 inches. Samsung will likely continue its focus on outdoor visibility, with an anti-reflective coating that was highly appreciated in the previous model. And for those who prioritize brightness, the S25 Ultra might reach new heights with Samsung's M14 OLED panels. These panels are expected to deliver even brighter and more efficient displays, possibly surpassing the S24 Ultra's impressive 2600 nits. The S25 Ultra's screen is also anticipated to bring back LTPO technology, a QHD Plus resolution, and an adaptable refresh rate ranging from 1 to 120 Hz, ensuring a buttery smooth visual experience. When it comes to performance, Samsung seems to have some interesting options. Following its recent use of MediaTek's Dimensity chips in some models, there's speculation that MediaTek might find its way into the S25 Ultra. However, Samsung's flagship is more likely to stick with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite, also known as Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, at least for most regions. There's also a rumor of a boost in RAM, with 16 GB becoming the new standard for the S25 Ultra. This increase would give it an edge in multitasking and gaming performance, making it a top-tier choice for power users. Storage options should remain versatile, with choices of 256 GB, 512 GB, and even a 1 TB version for those who need extra room for apps, photos, and files. Battery life on the S25 Ultra is expected to be impressive, possibly enhanced by Samsung's latest AI-powered battery optimizations, making it last longer than ever. Speaking of AI, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is also expected to bring Samsung's latest generative AI tools. This will likely translate into enhanced photography, extended battery life, and a smoother user interface. For software longevity, Samsung seems committed to making the Galaxy S25 Ultra a long-term investment, with the promise of at least 7 major OS upgrades. This guarantee means users can expect their device to stay current with the latest Android features and security patches well into the future. As for when we can get our hands on this powerhouse, industry insiders are pointing toward a release in January or February of 2025. Price-wise, the Snapdragon 8 Elite's high production cost could mean the S25 Ultra may come with a slight price bump. But, with all the rumored upgrades, many users may find the investment worthwhile. Before we wrap up, there's another Samsung device making headlines, the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition. Samsung has just confirmed this slim, light foldable for select markets. It's even thinner and wider than the Galaxy Z Fold 6, plus it packs a powerful 200 megapixels main camera and 16 GB of RAM. Unfortunately, this model will be limited to South Korea and China, so global fans may have to wait a bit longer or settle for the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So, there you have it. Samsung is setting the stage for a spectacular 2025 with the Galaxy S25 Ultra and some exclusive foldable options. Are you excited about the upgrades?
After discontinuing the beloved Galaxy Note series in 2020, Samsung brought the Note's signature boxy design and S Pen support to the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Fans loved the sharp corners and boxy design, which gave the Ultra a distinct identity. This design lineage started with the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. But it looks like Samsung is ready to change things up again with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. According to noted tipster Ice Universe, the next-gen Ultra will feature curved or rounded corners, similar to other models in Samsung's lineup. In fact, Ice Universe compared the new design to the infamous Galaxy Note 7 from 2016. This comparison is intriguing because most of Samsung's smartphones today already have a curved design. The boxy design has been a unique feature of the Ultra series since 2022. So why the change? Let's explore. Cut to a graphic showing Hubert H. Lee and the Galaxy S25 Ultra concept. One possible reason for this shift could be Samsung's new design head, Hubert H. Lee. Reports suggest that Lee doesn't see sharp corners as a good fit with a flat display and flat edges. This could explain why the Galaxy S25 Ultra is moving towards a more rounded design. Ice Universe also mentioned that the upcoming Ultra corners will be as rounded as the Galaxy Note 7, which had a very sleek and curved design. This redesign is a bold move by Samsung, especially considering how much fans have grown to love the current boxy look. Another exciting aspect of the Galaxy S25 Ultra is its thickness, or rather the lack of it. Reports suggest that the S25 Ultra will be thinner than any recent Ultra model. This could make the phone more comfortable to hold in use, especially with its large display and powerful internals. So, what do you think about Samsung's decision to ditch the boxy design for the Galaxy S25 Ultra? Are you excited about the new rounded corners, or do you prefer the current sharp look? Let me know in the comments below. While we wait for more leaks and official announcements, one thing is clear: Samsung isn't afraid to innovate and experiment with their designs. Whether this redesign will be a hit or miss, only time will tell. According to trusted leaker Ice Universe, Samsung is making some significant changes to the design of their new flagship phone. First off, the S25 Ultra will ditch the sharp corners seen in the S24 Ultra. Instead, the new design will feature an asymmetrical frame that's more comfortable to hold. The frame will be rounded near the back and straighter near the display, addressing previous complaints about the uncomfortable edges and bulky frame of the S24 Ultra. But that's not all. Samsung is also slimming down the middle frame. While the frame width will be similar to the S24 Ultra, the S25 Ultra will be thinner overall, measuring just 8.4 millimeters compared to the S24 Ultra's 8.6 millimeters. This reduction should make the S25 Ultra easier to hold and handle. Another exciting improvement is the appearance of the bezels. The S24 Ultra had bezels that looked larger because of the big middle frame, even though they were actually 42% slimmer than the S23 Ultras. With the S25 Ultra, the bezels are expected to look even thinner, giving the phone a sleeker appearance. Ice Universe also mentioned that the design for the Galaxy S25 Ultra is finalized, even though we're still about 6 months away from its release. It looks like the phone will keep the flat screen from its predecessor, but these small design tweaks are really going
courtesy of a new dummy model and leaked images. Let's break it all down. Recently, a jelly case leak gave us a first look at the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. At first, we didn't know much about it, but thanks to sources like Sleek7 and Online Solitaire, we now have a clearer picture of the design. The dummy model reveals the exact dimensions: 162.82 by 77.65 by 8.25 millimeters. For comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra measures 162.5 by 79.0 by 8.6 millimeters and weighs 232 grams. According to Ice Universe, the new S25 Ultra could weigh 219 grams. It's slightly taller, narrower, thinner, and significantly lighter than the S24 Ultra. Great news for anyone who felt the S24 Ultra was a bit bulky. One of the most noticeable design upgrades is the thinner bezels, 30% slimmer, to be exact. The bezel size has been reduced from 3.35 mm to 2.3 mm, making the display feel even more immersive. The punch-hole selfie camera remains the same, and the top bezel still houses the earpiece, keeping the clean, sleek design Samsung is known for. On the back, there's a circular indentation for the wireless charging coil, and we've got the usual physical buttons on the sides, no new camera or action buttons this time around. Moving to the back, the Galaxy S25 Ultra is expected to have more rounded corners than its predecessor, moving away from the sharp, edgy design of the S24 Ultra. This is expected to make the phone more comfortable to hold, aligning it with the design of the upcoming iPhone 16. The camera setup looks familiar with 3 vertically aligned lenses on the left and 2 smaller lenses beside them. The dummy model also reveals cutouts for the laser autofocus, LED flash, and 3x telephoto camera. While the dummy models don't tell us much about performance, leaks have suggested that the S25 Ultra will be powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 processor, which could compete with the performance of the iPhone 16 Pro. Early reports show that this chip will bring a serious boost in processing power. However, there might be a price increase with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 due to the rising cost of Qualcomm's chips. This could directly impact the price of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. But that's not all. We're hearing that the S25 Ultra might ship with 12GB or 16GB of RAM, with Samsung producing thinner memory chips to enhance AI functionality. Another surprising leak suggests that the Galaxy S25 lineup will be powered exclusively by Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chips worldwide. Historically, Samsung has split its flagship models between Exynos and Snapdragon depending on the region, but it seems like they're focusing entirely on Snapdragon for the S25. This shift could mean better optimization for AI and performance across the entire lineup. Along with this powerful chip, rumors suggest the S25 Ultra could feature a larger battery and maybe even a new technology called battery AI, which could increase efficiency by 5 to 10%. Finally, the Galaxy S25 Ultra could also see a significant boost in storage speed, with rumors suggesting that read and write speeds could double to 8GB per second. This would be a game changer for anyone running intensive tasks or using the phone's AI-powered features. That's all for today's breakdown of the Galaxy S25 Ultra design leaks. If you're as excited as we are about this phone, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tech updates, and make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss an update. We'll catch you in the next video, Drop Tech fans. Peace out.